What's up, y'all? It's your girl Celine back again on the Black Volta Nightlife podcast. Today we're on the set of Hot Seat, where we profile influential individuals in the entertainment and nightlife scene. Today's special guest needs no introduction, but for sake of humility and teens, we go do him. He is an Accra Academy graduate, which probably gives it away, but hold on. He also graduated from University of Ghana, Likor, with a major in economics, so put some respect on his name. He is this year's VGMA Artist of the Year. He has Song of the Year and Album of the Year. You may know him as Mr. Sugar Daddy, Mr. Golden Boy, Mr. Lover Boy. Today I gave him Mr. Shaddad because the outfit is popping. But he is popularly known as Kidi. So, welcome to the Black Volta Nightlife podcast. Thank you for being with us.
This intro is... I'm honored. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
For sure. Can you give us a part of your bio that, I can't look up and we may not know?
I was actually shocked that you went all the way back to high school at
Really?
Krakow, because that's that's where I was
Real
built.
one.
Yeah, that's where I went through the finish, being in a boys' school and having to learn toughness of the world. So I really respect that phase of my life. So that uni, roaming with performances, we performed in a lot of places to get here, like ice cream shops, pizza shops, pubs, malls. We've done all of it. And we're finally here. So I think you pretty much covered everything. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you ever go back to those schools at Accra Academy?
Oh, yeah, I've been there a couple of times. I did a donation recently for the National Science and Maths Quiz, contestants and stuff, just
amazing.
to empower them to go in. Because I hate it when I'm on streets and the other schools are bragging that they won, and Accra can win some. So I had to go in and give them some viving, go and make us proud as well. But so.
Absolutely. Accra Academy graduates should be proud. So I was wondering, when did you first get into music? When did you know you could sing? And what was your first song that you ever wrote or recorded?
Ooh,
what was the story behind it?
So, I started singing very early. As cliche as it may sound, I did start in the church,
Okay.
That was my first ever opportunity to hold a mic and sing, to even realize that, oh, shit, I can sing,
Yeah.
It was like a church service from children's service. I grabbed the mic, sang. The rest of it became history, And it's been amazing, up to this very point. And in high school, I was always singing choruses for the rap groups. High school liked to rap and stuff.
Okay. So you would sing the hooks?
Yeah, I was just singing the hooks for them, yeah. I was the softest guy in the Taliban, so I had to do the hooks and that was where it started.
Girls, though.
How would do
For sure. So you didn't tell me the first song you ever recorded.
So the first song I ever, my first original song that I ever recorded, it was called Me and You. And I hated the song so much. But I had this one fan. She is a friend who was also a big fan of mine. Okay. She was in Motown. She was my only fan in the world at that time. Aww. She would call me on vacation and say, this song is amazing. And that was me, my R&B bag, Okay. So I was I hate the song, said it's amazing. But now when I hear the song, I would never want to listen to it because, it's pretty much shit,
You have it somewhere in the file?
I have no idea where it even is. I'd have to go to that producer then, But it's. That's cool. I'm glad.
So it was you and who? Me,
you see, yes, I was doing my imagination of my love interest. Those days you have to have girlfriends in every area code. Yeah, so it was me and all my youths,
Okay. Hypothetical situation.
Yeah, you get it.
Okay. So, speaking of, have you ever written a song about a special someone? Do you have muses?
Oh, of course.
You know what they say, when an artist falls in love with you, you live forever.
Yep. And when you break his heart, you live forever. Because the music that comes from the heartbreak is, yeah. So I have one song like that on my first album called Letter to a Fear. I actually named her. I'm not afraid to at you with my chest, I named her. I was this one is a letter to you. Don't catch ambiguity in there. It's yours.
It's yours.
So I did that song. I poured out my heart, and it wasn't your everyday traditional. You were a bad girl. You were the devil. You were a demon. This was me saying, you deserve better because I think I could have done better.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah. It's not that, but it is like a different twist to heartbreak music, like, and it was like this cute voice at the end, it was, yeah. I was in my feels,
Honestly, that's where the best inspiration comes from.
Yeah.
So can you walk me through your creative process from the inception or inspiration of an idea to final production? What does that look like for you?
So early in my life, I was privileged in Accra to be able to learn to play the piano.
Okay.
So I've always used that in my creative processes. Like most of my music, every kind of music you probably hear from me, it was created as a ballad. Yeah, so no matter how fast, even Touch It as Shut Up, it was written as a soft, sweet ballad, and then that gives me the chance to get into the song emotionally. And then later we inviting the production, I find who I think could murder this sound or direction I'm going with, and they come along, they do their thing, we have a lot of tweaks. Sometimes we have 10 different changes to get the correct thing we want, because the way my ear is set up, if one shaker on shakes, I itch, so I always hear the little details in the music, and it doesn't help that I'm a perfectionist, but I'm learning to let go of certain things, so yeah.
But we appreciate you.
Yeah.
So do you ever have creative road blocks, as they would say, and what's your process for getting through that?
It happens all the time, as creatives. It's not every day that you have your juice.
Yeah.
Some days it just won't be coming. You try and dig deep down in your brain, nothing will happen. When it happens like that, I just probably close the project, go to sleep, watch a show, go out, maybe catch some fresh air in some club, drink, get my mind off anything I'm doing, and come back another time. So there are those instances. Yeah.
Do you feel especially for advice for emerging artists, should you ever put a timeline on it? Do you ever know we're gonna get back? What's the longest block you've had?
I've had a block like that for I think a month.
Okay.
And it stressed the person that I am. Imagine having a block for a month where I cannot create. I feel like the world is about to end. Maybe the earth absorb my powers from me, what's happening, but obviously you get over that, and when that happens, you get back into your groove and you create.
Create again.
Yeah.
So you said all your songs start off as ballads since you played the piano. So do you know, right now you have 2 singles and you have a Likor versus an I Lied. Do you know which songs you're gonna put out and probably gonna make it more commercial versus the ones that are personal and those who get it, your fan base gets it?
It is a struggle sometimes arguing this to the labels, because if the label, trust me, I have to say, the labels ideally they want you to make commercial music, make hits for them.
Yeah.
So at every point in time, when you make a record, no matter how even emotional you're getting, there is that question: is it commercial? Because we can't just invest in or throw money at something that we all collectively don't think is great. Yeah. So I have to argue that point sometimes. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. It's just you tell yourself to go with it sometimes, So
you just trust yourself.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a song where you felt was more personal? It was for your core fan base, but actually a lot of people responded to it. Were you surprised by that?
Yeah. A song like I Lied, it wasn't recorded to be commercial. It was recorded because I needed to get some shit off my chest,
Right.
And there's always there's those records that as much as people have known you and put you on a pedestal as a commercially successful artist, there's sometimes where you just want to go against the, run of play and try to put something out that is you. It's just pouring your heart out. And I Lied was one of the songs. And I was happy that when I explained it to the label, I was this is what I want to do now. Everybody backed me 100%. So
that's good.
Honestly,
I Lied is very relatable.
Yeah.
I can relate to it, and I know a lot of people can. So I'm glad
Appreciate
you said that, for sure.
I'm glad that it spoke to you. Spoke to a lot of people.
Yes. I get it. So still on the creative process, what is it like to clear samples and what is the process of that? I have a follow-up question, but answer that one first.
Well, it depends on who you're sampling, There are some people, if you're sampling them, they want the sample to reflect their values as well. So maybe, just an example, if I sample a Beyonce song, maybe say my name, and then I sample it, and then in my version of it, I'm saying, yo, girl, let me go fuck you, pussy,
Then she might
You honestly be like, yo, my bro, are you serious right now?
Don't do that.
So it depends. Sometimes some samples align with the values of the original creator, and it becomes easier. So every one of them have their own peculiar situation. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that brings me to my personal favorite, Adia Penna.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, did you have to clear that line by Nana Champong's team or anything, or
No.
that one wasn't really relevant?
So those were some of the things that we got wrong in the beginning of our careers. You know, obviously as an artist coming in, I wasn't privy to all like the info and know-hows and do's and don'ts. So these are some of the things that I didn't do that even now I ask myself, like, I should have done that, you know. So I made my mind that going forward, now that I have known, I will change that, you know. So I'll just make sure I clear a sample. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That sounds playing at my wedding, but we'll talk about that later. So you are signed to Lynx and Empire. Help me understand, how does that work for those of us who may not understand the industry, those of us here in Ghana?
Yeah, so it's actually 3. Lynx, made in Eastern New York, and then Empire.
Okay.
To be honest, this was one of the things that was very confusing to me at the beginning. Like, why do I need 3 people to do job that, you know? Right. But then I learned that artists like Drake, Beyonce, Rihanna, they probably are like signed to 10. Okay. Because some of them are not actual labels. Some of them are just distribution. One of them is doing this, one of them is doing that. And the world is such a big place. Although it is small, you need a lot of heads, you know, coming together to push. So sometimes it makes sense that this person is coming for this person is coming for this. And just like Captain Planet, if we combine the powers, you know.
Then makes a great superstar. That's awesome. So let's talk about collaborations. You have one now with Likor, with Stonebwoy. But in general, over the course of your career, can you tell us about what's your favorite collaboration, that experience, your most rewarding one, your most challenging one?
I've been quite privileged to be able to work with most of like my idols from Ghana here. You know, people that I grew up listening to, like Sarkodie, Stonebwoy. I don't even want to go way back into the Daddy Lumbers because I'm yet to get that. But like, you know, for my age, my generation, I'm privileged to have music with most of the idols, you know. And I've been privileged to also have a few international collabs. I've been able to work with my first hit, I was able to work with Davido on my Adore remix. Moving forward, I've had ones with Teddy Riley, the new Jack Swing, like Michael Jackson, Teddy Riley, like that's so amazing. Tiger, I have more with like a lot of people more coming. So I'm quite blessed in that department, you know. I want more of that, you know, so yeah. No,
you've done a lot of collaborations. So the one specifically now, Likor with Stonebwoy, can you tell us about that experience, some like anecdotes when you got into the studio? Did you put that down, call him up? What did that go like? So
when we were done with the music, I was like, you know what? We need a spiritual artist to take another angle from what the song is. And we're brainstorming on the phone. Like, I was like, guys, listen, there's only one man I hear that has that, you know, sonic spirituality to fit this music. Absolutely. And I hit him. I was like, one guy, listen, I have a song. You need to hear it. It's like, yeah, come home. So I went over to his house with my whole team. We're chilling. The lights were out. So we're chatting outside. We're chatting outside for like hours, just like catching on industry stuff. The light came back on, you know. He went into the studio and he heard the music first few seconds. Like, I was so glad that because he heard everything I heard when I first heard the music done as well. So he was like, you know what, this is it. Let's get it going. He went in there, did his thing, and then the rest is history.
So you got with Stonebwoy to bring out a spiritual aspect to Likor and really get into the double meaning of the song. And I feel like you're really good with connecting with your fans emotionally through the lyrics. Is there anyone else that helps in the songwriting process? And do you draw from personal experiences, or is it hypothetical?
So, yeah, I mean... most of my songs, not most, half of them, it's from personal feelings, personal perspective of whatever I'm speaking about. But some of them are also like from other people's perspectives. I'm a good listener, so I have like, I listen to a lot of people tell their issues and problems and what they're feeling, whether good or bad.
Yeah.
And I'm able to absorb them and create a story from them. So that's been me like all of my career. But like this year, I decided to like start doing things a little bit differently. So with songs like I Lied with Likor, we had like a bunch of writers, you know, come together, brainstorm the best of the best.
Oh, wow.
You know, so we have like, on Likor, we're like 4 writers on it, you know, myself and 3 other amazing artists, Gambini, Koshiti, and Westa, like, they're amazing. For production as well, like, there's 3 producers, myself, Beat Vampire, and then Queso, you know, so it took an army to make the music, you know, and I want to be doing more of that, so, yeah.
That's good. That's a good collaboration. So, speaking of the process, what's your day-to-day look like? Like, what did today look like this week?
Today is the wrong day to use, because today I woke up, like, literally, they woke me out of bed with heart attack, you know, with meetings. I mean, not literally, but like meetings, you know, having to jump into meetings back to back to back until I got here. You know, there's a lot of things that need discussion, you know, so that happens. But on an ordinary day, I wake up, I live alone, so maybe get breakfast if there is one, or I'll still stay in bed, take my morning prayer sometimes, and then maybe continue a show I'm watching, or take my like, it's just, there's no routine. It's just like I go with how I feel. You know, I have my workstation at home as well, so I record at home. When the inspiration hits, it's just like, you know, a stone throw away. So yeah, it's I'm chill until like I have to go out to do something.
Okay.
I always tell people that if you're expecting to be Kidi's friend because you think Kidi is like so fun, like there's nothing there. It's just boring. Like it's like we watch shows, we order in and watch shows. That's like what a normal Kidi day is like.
What are you watching lately?
So I started watching Painkiller.
I watched it too.
Yes. I started watching Painkiller. I started watching Candy.
Okay.
I've been watching a couple of shows, you know. I can't remember them right now. Oh, I'm watching Grownish as well. Okay. And I'm watching Love Island. Don't chew me, don't beat me. I enjoy Love Island, so I'm watching that as well.
Love Island this season?
I'm watching the American one currently, and it's...
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
the producers they're killing it, you know? Yeah, so you catch me everywhere. I don't know who I'm rooting for. All of them. They have trauma. They have things to heal from, you know. But it's fun to watch these shows, you know. It is. Because I enjoy like a crime show, a comedy, or a reality TV. Like I play, so far as it's good, I'm down for it. Yeah, so,
that's good. Yeah. I can relate to that. So how do you deal with your mental well-being on a day-to-day, especially with the industry? Music industry can be challenging at times. So how do you upkeep that?
I do a lot of breathing. In this industry,
underrated.
In this industry, you need an oxygen bag because you constantly have to breathe to stop yourself from exploding. You know, because dealing with other humans, it comes with the challenges. Yes. Not everybody will be on the same wavelength.
Absolutely.
Not everybody is as motivated as you. Not everybody has your ambition. Not everybody sees your goal. So they'll never like do things the way you've seen in your mind that should be done. So there's a lot of, you know, that in the background. But I've told myself this year that I'm very important to myself and I need to take care of myself, and that involves how I react to certain things that happen to me. Like, yes, we're human, so annoying shit will happen. People will try and get on your nerves. People will push you to the wall, but it's up to me and how I receive and react to it. Correct. You know, and that is what's going to change everything. You know, I won't let people on the internet get to me as much, because a lot of them are probably unhappy, and they're, you know, projecting the unhappiness on me. It has nothing to do with me. So like I'm going through that little growth of tuning my mind to know how to deal with the things that life would throw. So it's a journey, but I started therapy as well. So
I love that for you.
It's a journey that I'm proud to. I know it's a learning process, and eventually I'll get to that super sane level of mental strength. But till then, you know, we're going through the process, you know, so. Yeah.
That's good. That's amazing. I'm really happy for you. Do you have advice for emerging artists coming into the music industry? just any nuggets of advice. And I would also add, what do you feel, what's your take on being underrated? I feel like there's a lot of talent out there. Are there ways to get where you are, or is it a little bit of God, chosen?
So I'll say two things. First of all, yes, there are like crazy wild talents that haven't been unearthed yet. That sometimes you hear this guy's like, fuck, like why is no one speaking about you? Like that happens all the time. But one thing that I learned from another artist in the industry when I came up, we had a conversation. It was like one drunken night after the club. We were just walking into our car, and then he was just randomly telling me like, yo, I've been watching you. I'm proud of you. And I'm glad that you are not taking no handouts, because nobody, you're entitled to nothing from nobody. So you can't sit there and say, oh, I'm an underground artist, I feel underrated. It's because people are not doing this for me. That's why I'm not. It's your responsibility. Like, what other people will be other people. So if you're an artist, like, listen, don't ever feel entitled to anybody's support. Or, yes, work hard and make sure you're pushing and doing your best. But don't sit there and blame somebody. And that's something I had to learn the hard way. That it's easy that when something goes bad in your life, it's like, hey, it's because this person didn't feature me, that's why I didn't blow. But sometimes it's not about that. That person has no, I don't know what I'm looking for, but to your life, it's different. You need to take your own strides. You need to take your own life into your own hands and work hard. Like, that is what I would say too. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So lastly, can you tell us about your most exciting project you ever worked on? What was that experience like?
To be honest, I have many exciting projects, but the most recent that I think I'll go for is my Touch It remix in India. That was a collaboration that, it was really great. I had to travel to India, amazing culture, like that, just taking that new experience, going on set in India, because as kids we used to watch Hindi movies and we know how like they do their dramatics. So being there in that moment, experiencing something I've been watching on TV, like that whole project was really, really good for me, eye-opening, so yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was definitely curious and interested. What made you want to tap into the Indian market? Right now it's Afrobeats to the world, and I thought that was really unique that you went there and reached out to your fan base over there. So what inspired that collaboration?
They say Afrobeats to the world, and they forget that India is part of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a lot of times when we say Afrobeat to the world, it's Afrobeat to America and Europe. They forget that there is Asia. So I think that is one thing that inspired. I realized that everybody, like, yes, we all want to have a big song in the US or a big song across Europe and UK.
Right.
I want that, but when it starts picking somewhere else, you need to pay attention to that as well.
Absolutely.
So we saw that it was picking up in India. I was like, oh, like this is amazing. Let's reach out to another amazing artist, Tusi Kumar, who she jumped on a remix with us. So Afrobeat to the world means literally to the world,
Everywhere. That's amazing. So we're going to wrap up with your top phase. You have a song called Likor. Do you like light liquor or dark liquor?
Dark liquor.
Okay.
I'm a dark guy.
Dark liquor, no pun intended. Okay. So we're celebrating 50 years in hip-hop. Who would you say is your all-time favorite hip-hop artist?
Ooh. I think I'll pick Kanye.
Kanye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, yes, there's great people that came before Kanye, but unfortunately I didn't grow up on them, on their music. So for me, how I grew up in my era for hip-hop in 50 years is Kanye. Yeah. He's like... Sometimes they say you need to... For it to be a genius, you need to be crazy to be a genius. Yeah. You're wondering why you're not a genius, because you're not crazy. If I can break that barrier and besides be crazy, I believe like I have a next level genius. But
open up a different part of your mind.
So unfortunately, we come from a part of the world where our genius is suppressed. Cause,
Speak on it. Say something.
It is what it is, but we're fighting through it.
Yes. A new generation is coming. So, who's your favorite DJ in Ghana?
What's the question? Please, if I don't call, if I come to your place, play my musical. But definitely I'm going for DJ Varosky, man. Like, DJ Varosky. Like, everybody is his son, But yeah. But he's one of Charles DJ. But shout out to all the DJs, Charlie. You guys are putting in work. Like these days, DJ culture is growing, and I recognize and I see how everybody's playing a role. You know, so it is amazing to see. Everybody in the industry must eat. You know, sometimes when they said industry, they just forget and talk about just the artists. But there's everybody else in the ecosystem, the DJ, the promoter, and it's good to see that everybody's coming up, you know. So it is amazing to see. Shout out to all the DJs, man.
For sure. Speaking of, what is your favorite place to go on a night out in town? Where is?
So I have a top 3. But I mean, randomly, I like to like
switch it
shuffle up, But I like Twist, I like Front Back, and I like Bella Freak. Like these 3. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I start my night there.
Do you do like the dance classes at Bella Freak?
No, not that one.
Oh, Bella! Look at me. I was thinking about food.
Not that, but just to eat and then start my night and then. Yeah, to a Front Back, you know, have a good time. I like being there, you know. So,
okay, that's cool. Okay, speaking of food, where's your favorite date night spot?
Bella Freak. Yes, I like the spot. Like it's very, you know, you get it. If you know, you know. Yeah.
So if you go on a first date with Kidi, you're going to Bella Freak.
Please. I was going to say something, but let me just hold my tongue, you know. But it's not every, like I said, I like to like shuffle it up sometimes, you know. Okay. So it's not always there, but I have some other spots that I like to go and chill. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So lastly, who's your favorite designer?
Favorite designer in Ghana?
No, like clothing designer. Sorry.
What designer?
Your favorite clothing designer.
Unfortunately, I haven't. Like, I don't wear a lot of, like, designers and stuff. But if I have to pick the ones that I see, like, vision in what they're making, it's probably, like, a Louis V.
Okay, yeah. So. They're definitely going in a great place creative direction-wise. I thought you would say Celine and Ginger Me, but it's okay.
No, I've never worn anything Celine.
All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. I so appreciate this interview. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, I had a good time, too. time.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Kidi, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Kidi, for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we had so much fun. Catch us next time on another episode of Hot Seat. Bye.